Yo, welcome to AlphaISM Radio. Tonight is May 31st, 2007. On the agenda tonight, I plan to be talking with Geese about a few things. Rather, he wants to talk with the community about some things. I also plan to have Strife on. He wants to talk about some future events that he wants to talk about. And then Shinobi and I think it's Doran want to come on and talk about Guilty Gear Accent Core. Got a couple of things lined up for you, and we'll go ahead and get to it here just in a second. Let me see if I can actually get in touch with Darky so he can call in. And so just give me one minute here. Okay. Okay. It's irritating the shit out of me. Okay, so the 720 has not called in. Alright, so I guess we'll pass on the interview for right now and go straight to hello?
Hey there.
Alright, so the floor is yours.
Well, we officially announced the Slammin' Saturday Nights, the third one. It's going to be July 14th, and we have a couple things lined up. One of the things we changed is obviously we're going to have a new setup format. We're going to have a TV, and then in front of it a table for everybody to put their sticks, so that way everybody can, just put everything there. We also have flash drive and t-shirt sponsored prizes, so you're going to get based on your placing, you're probably going to get a flash drive ranging between 256 megabytes and 512. And
Yo, on AlphaISM Radio.
Yeah, this is Dark Geese. Just get that PM.
Okay.
Hello? Yeah, just get that PM. Someone summoned me, correct?
Yeah, because I didn't hear from you, so I sent you a PM. You guys can decide which one of you are going to go first.
Okay.
Because Alex Strife is on the line as well.
Okay, sure. Well, here, I'll let Alex Strife go. He can go first.
Nah, man, you're the man of the hour right now. Go ahead. I can talk about it later.
All right. Okay, cool. Well, all right. I got a little agenda here that I was just wanting to run through of things that I accomplished in North Carolina and Evo East and Connecticut, and where I want to go from there. And some shout-outs, because some people want me to give them some shout-outs, so I was just going to run through that and cover it like I normally do. So I'm just going to take a little bit of time to do that. I originally had a plan before to go to Showdown Championships, but I, heard some things that weren't to my liking about Showdown Championships, and I talked to a couple of people, and, those in my backyard in Texas, my instinct was telling me to pass up on going to Showdown Championships and go to North Carolina, which is, the heart of the triad. And, my biggest rivals in King of Fighters 11 and Neo Geo Battle Coliseum right now. So I decided to go to North Carolina, and, I paid practically $600 to fly there round trip and practically, go play Cage Strike and play with a bunch of North Carolina players to promote. And that went very, very well at the time, and I ended up playing Cage Strike in Battle Coliseum and, grand finals. I swept them in winners finals, and, I was happy because it was the first time I managed to beat a triad member in Battle Coliseum in any way, shape, or form. So, things were great during that time. During then, I, went outside and, I heard him calling up C. Clayton and, the triad and, asking him for help and stuff like that. And, and I joke about it now just to, just remind him constantly. But, it was almost like he was asking, what should he do to stop some of the things I was doing to him. And it was pretty, it was just funny. I wish I could hear it, but it's definitely a moment to be remembered for sure. So, the tournament finished and everything, and then we went back to, we went to finish the grand finals at this guy named Jose's house, which, I want to give a shout out to Jose for hosting us in North Carolina and, letting us, record those matches and get them filmed. So I greatly appreciate him doing that. And, Cage Strike came back a new man. He, picked Kim and Big versus My Tongue and Athena, and he managed to pull out grand finals in the win. At the end, the final score was 8-6. He managed to pull it out, and, as much as I was disgusted by it, I had to give him props. I was like, dude, you did it. And so, I was like, hey, I know what I know what you're going to do, and, I'm going to go back home, and I'm going to come back again, and I'm going to beat the triad, so watch out. And, after that, we went on to play King of Fighters 11. And about the King of Fighters 11 thing, there's a lot of things that can be said about the King of Fighters 11. If you've been reading my thread at AlphaISM Radio Storm, people are, some people are coming out and talking about some of the tactics that Cage Strike used and King of Fighters 11 at final round 10. Because as you know, he won final round 10. He beat Justin Wong 8-0, and he was a 2P duck, which if y'all know anything about 2P Duck King on King of Fighters 11, he has a frame advantage on the second player side. So, and Cage Strike had asked Larry, the director, if he could use the stick to the two-player side the entire time of the tournament, and he got, word that he could do that. So he proceeded to go on and use 2P Duck King throughout the entire tournament. And, there were some frowns upon that, and maybe even some, bitter words exchanged when Cage Strike in King of Fighters 11 went up against Eric. Eric was like, hey, well, Cage Strike, why don't you play on 1P side? And Cage Strike refused to do it. And Eric's like, come on, man, play on the 1P side. And he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And, they just kept arguing about it, and arguing about it constantly. And, Eric was like, all right, whatever. He's like, I'll play on 1P side because I see this is bullshit. So he kept doing it. And, Cage Strike went on and, went on to win the tournament. So I wanted to money match Cage Strike in King of Fighters 11 right after our Battle Coliseum tournament. Right after. And see, for myself, this 2P frame match thing, because by myself, I'm down here in Denton, Texas, and, like people know, I really don't have too much competition. So I've got to, definitely go outside my box to see a lot of this different stuff for myself. Even though I stay up on top of the news and everything. So, yeah, his Duck King is just ridiculously good. That stuff is crazy. He ended up getting me on we were on Money Match Series, first to 10, 8-2. It was like nothing I could do. Totally, absolutely nothing I could do whatsoever to even, fight at all. And we got it all recorded. So, I needed to see just how crazy this 2P frame advantage is for Duck King. And, you can make your own decisions or et cetera based on that. So that's just a pretty much synopsis of what happened at North Carolina, really. And, once again, I want to give my shout-outs to, people like Return to Shiki. I want to give my shout-outs to Jose for housing us, for giving me a good battle on Third Strike. I almost got him in the Third Strike tournament. Why I bring him Third Strike? Because, I make an effort, even though I'm promoting SNK, to play Capcom also to show people that I am not just an SNK fanboy. One of the things that aggravates me a lot is what Laugh, he was coming in and claiming I'm an SNK fanboy. And, I challenge him constantly, but he just keeps backing off. I said, I'll play him in Capcom, and I'll play him in SNK. I'll play him in both games. And he still wants to run away and claim I'm a fanboy. So ever since I made the effort to play, all these Capcom games to show people, you know what? I can play them all either way. I'm not just SNK, and I'm still going to beat you in my games too. So I played Third Strike, and turned some heads in Third Strike with my young, even in North Carolina. And, just to show people that they shouldn't take me for granted just because I'm an SNK player. So I want to thank Jose for, housing me. The Third Strike matches were great. Nice meeting people like Amir, Shadow Age 50. Nice catching up with Cage to Strike again. It's a shame I couldn't catch up with the Triad again. It's a lot of people that I need to thank. Thanks for Shiki for picking me up, taking me out to eat, all those type of things that I'm grateful for in going to North Carolina. And, I'm definitely going to come back. So I said I'm going to come back in September so that we can, set up some more Triad battles, whatever, Triad Battle 5 or whatever, so that we can keep our little rivalry between me and the Triad going on. So as soon as those videos hit up for that May 5th battle, we'll definitely let you know. It'll be worth y'all watching, trust me. Questions on the North Carolina stuff so far?
I don't really have any.
All right. Alrighty. Next thing I was going to cover was my trip to New York City. Oh man, it's just by itself. I've always wanted to go to New York my entire life. I've wanted to go to New York. So, seeing that as an opportunity when I was going to go to Evo East, going to New York was the greatest thing I could have ever done. And I was excited. Because, me, I love Hispanic women, as people know. So I'm like, wow, I'm going to run into Puerto Rican women, I'm going to run into Dominican, I'm going to run into Cuban women, I'm going to run into all these type of beautiful Hispanic women. So I was pumped. And, I'm from Dallas. And, I've always heard these good stories about New York. And, I'm like, man, is this shit true or not? So, I wanted to see it for myself. And as soon as I could tell you, just from coming back from New York, number one, everything you hear about New York is true. The city blew my wildest imaginations. It blew out of the water. I don't even consider the city of Dallas. I don't even consider Dallas a city anymore after going to New York. It was just the greatest thing I've ever seen. I would say 1 out of 3 women in New York are just gorgeous. Just drop dead gorgeous. 1 out of 3. So it blew my mind away. Blew my mind away. But from an SNK perspective, my main goal, Arturo was going to introduce me to these fobs, as we call them, fresh off the boat, at Chinatown Fair Arcade. And though I'm, still learning stick, really, I was still up to the challenge. I brought plenty of cash because I wanted to play these Master and Super Fobs at the Chinatown Fair Arcade. And, I went up there playing them and wanted to get experience with the sticks and learn them. And, suffice to say, as much as, people may know in general that America is not strong in SNK, I'd have to tell you right now, through my experience with these fobs, that the strongest dedicated part of SNK, for the older games specifically, like 98 and 2002, the strongest part is in Chinatown Fair. You'll catch these random these fobs. There's even like different tier level of these fobs. Like there's regular fobs, there's second level fobs, then there's master fobs. And I got to play a master fob, a second tip fob, and a regular fob. And these people were just unbelievably good. It's once again as if they play from a whole different style play. It's almost as if anything that we try to do from we see from these match vids is old news. I can't even begin to explain the difference of style, how they play. It's like everything you see on these match vids is not going to prepare you for what they're going to do. Most of the stuff they do, you will never see it in a match vid, and that's the point. I am probably one of the biggest studiers of max biz, you will find, period. I make it to an art. And none of that stuff, I've seen it practically. It just, I can't explain it. It just has to be seen with your own eyes. The level of these fobs is just incredible how good they are. And thus, as we do these U.S. rankings and all this stuff for King of Fighters, especially for King of Fighters in like 98, 2002, those type of games, and even 11 probably. Whenever we do U.S. rankings in my thread, top 10 or whatever, I put stars next to them because I say, hey, it's subjective. Because, even though you may win at Evo East or whatever, the fobs weren't there. And if you want to claim to be the best, the truth, from what I've seen, you got to beat these fobs. Because that's where the toughest competition for S&K is. Right there at Chinatown Fair. Hands down. And since I'm going to Evo West, I'm going to be able to see the difference between these Chinatown Fair fobs there in New York City and the ones in Cali. And I'm going to be able to compare and contrast. And I'm going to be able to do that before, or, I'll be able to at least compare Chinatown to Mexico, because I'm going to Mexico in July. And, and I'm going to play one of the top Mexican players in King of Fighters. But, that's down the line. I'm going to get into that later. But, yeah, these fobs are just on a whole different level. I don't take them for granted at all. Matter of fact, I intend on sponsoring, getting the Triad from North Carolina. I'm going to make it mandatory that they go to New York City to see what Arturo's talking about. They need to see this with their own eyes. So they know that, even though we may be top players and, King of Fighters 11, you need to look and see, that these fobs are serious shit. They're as serious as you're going to see. And, if you want to be the best, you're going to have to go through them. And I want you to see just how tough that's going to be firsthand. So, I can't speak enough about how crazy good these fobs are. Matter of fact, that's my new objective. My new objective is to beat these fobs on a stick, period. To beat them on a stick. Because, once again, I'm trying to learn stick myself. And, this will be a great challenge for me. So, and I look forward to it. So, these fobs are great. Really, really outstanding. Now, while I'm at it, I want to give a shout out to Arturo for being, extremely nice, for, chauffeuring me throughout New York City, throughout the Empire State Building and Madison Square Garden and telling me, the Bronx and Chinatown Fair and shake me all through all the arcades like, Flushing and all these places to see just how strong the S&K scene is in New York City. I mean, it is very strong in New York City. So, just a lot of things that just, open my eye and, once again reminds me why the hell am I in Dallas, Texas? Why am I here? I need to be up in New York City. So, many thanks to Arturo. He's very nice. I got to see him play Arcana Hearts, and it's another game I love, Arcana Hearts. I'm in love with that game. So, mad props for him letting me, stay with them, taking me around places, showing me this, getting me that, getting me accustomed to New York style life. Because everything, once again, it really is that different, much different. Especially coming from Dallas, Texas, where everything's, laid back and slow and casual. And it's not that way up there in New York. Everything's fast-paced. Everyone wants to go. You got hot females everywhere. I mean, it's great. It's great. Questions on that New York segment?
Nope, none for me.
Okay, now I was going to talk about Evo East. Evo East S&K 2007. That way, people want to ask questions. Now's their time to do so. Right now I'm on SRK. I'm pulling up the results because I want to give everyone the entire results. So, on air. Because once again, I'm well aware that there's people who are not able to maybe possibly get on SRK or possibly were not at the event. So I use AlphaISM as a way, once again, to go over the things that happened and, give everyone just an overall outline, how things went, etc. As I talked about the fobs first, and I made sure I talked about that first because Arturo kept telling me about how he was hoping that going and playing these fobs was not going to ruin the Evo East S&K 2007 experience. And what he meant by that was the level of play of these fobs. No disrespect, but the level of play of these fobs. And I can firsthand, back it up my own when I've seen it. It far surpasses anything that I was going to see at Evo East from S&K. And that is just the truth. That is just the overall truth, the level of play. Even in the games I saw, the old school games, not the new school. far surpassed anything that I saw in Evo East from SNK. So, I mean, Arturo even said him and Justin Long and, King of Fighters were mid-tier. I remember him saying that before I came. He said when it comes to King of Fighters at Chinatown Fair, they are mid-tier. And you know what? After seeing some of these master fobs, I can totally believe that. I can totally believe that. Yeah. I can honestly see exactly what Arturo's talking about. That's, once again why I wanted to stress the fobs first. So that when I come to Evo East, everyone can see, it's a different perspective when I'm using this. Now, here I am on Evo East, and my goals practically for Evo East SNK 2007 were as a major for SNK practically were to, overall, like I said, I shoot high, to have 14 SNK tournaments. And I want to accomplish this by, running at least 5 to 6 a day. And I started that by trying to gather together 7 to 8 staff members so that they help me, run it so that I wouldn't kill myself at final round 10. I wouldn't kill myself like I did, stress. We was losing my voice and trying to get everyone together. So I try to gather together 7 to 8 members to, run errands for me, get people, get them together, et cetera, et cetera. And, overall, I feel like, I achieved quite a bit at Evo East SNK 2007. We managed to get 7 tournaments. We managed to run 7 tournaments over that 3-day span. And, the main thing that threw us off was, I wasn't used to how Evo ran. And, on Friday, I was trying to start, I wanted to start stuff early. But I was told everyone would be arriving Friday night. So I came Friday night. We came Friday night. That's when we had to, get King Fighters Neo Wave the tournament started. I threw everything off because I wanted to already have, 5 tournaments done by Friday night. So that, kind of pushed things off. But like I say, now I know how to adjust. When I go to Evo North, I'll know how to, change things accordingly. The 7 tournaments we ran King of Fighters Neo Wave first. That had 16 people in it. We ran Neo Geo Battle Coliseum second. That had 16 people in it. We had King of Fighters 11. That had 16 people in it. Then we ran Samurai Showdown Tenka, and we did that round robin. We did the follow-up Samurai Showdown Tenka tournament. Then we did that round robin. We did Waka Waka 7, and then we did World Heroes 2. We did all that within the span of those, 3 days. And for the, like I said, results of those, for King of Fighters 11, I won King of Fighters 11. I used Kyo, Janae Malin, Gato Kula. John Batwolf got second. He ended up, just catching Steve Harrison off guard. Totally. Steve Harrison didn't even know what he was seeing. I know because he was, asking me, dude, how do you stop this? And I was like, oh, man. I was like, well, you never seen Adele before. I was like, man, I saw Adele for my first time at Final Round 10. I saw Azatop playing him. So I was just kind of telling him, I was like, dude, you just got to see it firsthand for yourself to know how to defend it. Yeah, so it was Silver and Adele that were catching Steve Harrison off guard. And, I'm sure he'll come after now he's seen it, he'll be back, strong and ready to go. But, John Battle used Guy, Silver, Adele, AG, and Hayate. And Steve Harrison used the same people he's been using since NEC 7 with Kyo, Rio, Terry. 4th, you had BB Hood 01, used Kyo, Malakula. 5th, you had Josh Ballard from Ohio. He used Guy, AG, Kula. And then you had tied for 5th with him was Geese Howard. He picked Momoko, Kula, Kinsu, Iori, and Rio. And basically, like I say, I was in winners bracket the whole time practically. And winners finals boiled down to, me and Steve Harrison, as many people probably aren't anticipating. And, King Fighters 11 practically turned into CVS 2 because of how Steve Harrison plays. Like I said, I don't knock his style really. It's annoying to fight against him, but hey, I actually enjoy the fight against him. I enjoy it. But he forces the game to slow down. So he takes away all the jumping and all that element of King Fighters 11. He makes you poke. He makes you play defense. That's how he's going to make the style of the game he plays. And you've got to adjust to that. If you've never seen it, you don't have anything to counter it. So, I'm actually every time boiled down to, who's going to win by judgment or time out. And, once we got all this recorded, so you're going to see, but I'm just trying to give you all a whet your appetite. It boiled down to me getting the last thing either by timeout or judgment, or, him hitting his Terry leader judgment, or Terry LDM, and, winning. I ended up pulling it out, 3-1 and winners. So, I sent him the loser's bracket, and we had to wait for a long losers bracket to pull out in King Fighters 11 before, like I say, the winners finals surprisingly caught some off guard. Ended up being John Batwolf and Steve Harrison. And John Batwolf, made quick meat out of him practically. He, quick work. Steve Harrison, Coach catching him off guard with stuff like I say. I could tell Steven never saw it before. Steven never seen that style of play before that John Batwolf was doing. And, caught him off guard. So, I don't got okay. Yeah, I could tell that. Like I say, it caught Steve Harrison off guard a lot. And, like I say, I was just, telling him. Cause he's like, dude, is that, like, invincible? He's talking about, like, Adele's, wow, all right. Okay. Yeah, he was asking, like, about Adele's, super. As soon as I cut it, he's like, dude, is that invincible? I'm like, yeah, man, it's high priority. And then, I could tell he never fought a silver before. Because silver was just, tearing apart. And I was like, dude, man, I could tell you can fight silver, but, you just... But, so, yeah, I mean, he just, Steve just had to see it for himself. And, he just had to see it for himself. And I was just telling him, I was like, you just got to see it. I had to see it for myself, too. And, I was like, dude, I was telling him, I was like, dude, I got a good silver player, we're all around where I am. So I've seen silver before. So, I was prepared for that. After he beat Steve Harrison 3-0, I was like, oh, man, you're silver I've seen before. And I was, I'm thinking in my head, thanks to Isaac Toss, I know how to fight Adele. And, his guy was very, very good. So I was like, I'm used to guy, too, to a degree. I know what he's got to offer. So, I like my chances of pulling that win out. So it was me and John Batwell, practically my students, really, one of my students, SK students, in the grand finals. So, he had to beat me 6 times. So I was like, all right, I'm practically kind of coaching him at the same time while I'm playing him. I'm like, dude, remember, you got to beat me 6 times in grand finals. So, I picked one of my Semi-Act teams. I picked Kyo Malakula up against him first, so that I could, I wanted to kind of fill him out. Because I wanted to feel what he had. So I pulled out my Kyo Malakula, and then we ended up, going 2-2. And I reminded him, I said, John Batwolf, no. I said, John, no, hey, you got to win this next match to push it over to another set. I said, you got to win this next match. I said, remember that, because you got to give me 6 straight. I said, if I win this next match, it's over. So, he's like, all right. And so I went up, then I picked my real team. I picked Kyo, I picked Janae, and I picked Gato, leader. And, when it, went out, and I was just, like I said, I'd already scouted him out with my other team. So he was trying the same stuff, and it wasn't going to work, because I was waiting on it. So, I ended up getting Hyper Hop B, Stand C, 4B, to tag Gato, LDM, took out his guy, or in Silver, really. And Silver couldn't do anything, because once again, I've fought Silver before, so I knew how to fight against Silver. And, his Adele, came in with a LDM grab, which, took a lot of help from Janae. And then, even then, I still had a lot of help, and he had to pull out. So, I was just, messing around with Janae, and then I, KO'd him. And, he was, kind of sad about it, but I was reminding him, I was like, dude, as hard as I'm being on you about this, I'm like,
Geese,
because I want you to be the best.
Geese, you're losing people left and right. You're boring them to tears, man.
All right.
You got to keep it short and sweet, just like when you teach in class, most of these people do not have a long attention span.
All righty.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I'll just cut it. I'll keep going down with the rest of the stuff then. But yeah, that's practically in a nutshell what happened for King of Fighters 11. And Battle Coliseum, I won that with Tonga and Athena. Jerron got second. Geese got third. Josh Bauer got fourth. John Batwolf got fifth. He tied with Ed Pachi, who got, both of them got fifth. And King of Fighters Dio Wave, I won that with Young Geese, Diori, Saichu. Arturo got second. Jerron got third. John Batwolf got fourth. And Ed Pachi got, him and D Nice, they tied for fifth. Samurai Shodown take the wheel, so we had a round robin. I won that with a Moxa. Then they wanted to run that back. So I was like, all right, we'll run it back, no big deal. So we ran it back again, and I won it again with a Monster. We got Waka Waka 7. I won that with Tess. Highball got second with Slash. John Battle got third with Ray and Arena. And then Josh Bauer got fourth with Maru, Danny J. And then God Geese Howard got fifth with Arena. And then with World Heroes 2, Josh Bauer, Combo Fiend guy, Josh Defunct Doc, he won it with Fuma. Now with World Heroes 2, we got recorded. We got a regular grand finals between him and Shibuya, and then we had a deathmatch grand finals. Now, I just on the spur of the moment, I was like, let's spice this shit up. Let's make it a deathmatch grand finals, because deathmatch is crazy. It's got spikes in the background. You got mines. So we was just gonna spice it up a little bit. And you know what? I think that was the best decision I made, because they enjoyed that more than the regular for grand finals. And that ended up being crazy. It ended up being crazy with Josh Bauer winning 4-3 on a last-second throw. Like, at the very last second. He pulled it off and he didn't win it. So it was pretty crazy. Y'all just going to have to see it for yourself when it gets uploaded. But overall, yeah, Evo East, it was really fun. I enjoyed it. Looking forward to meeting a lot of people again. Mad shout-outs to people I met, like God Geese Howard and John Badwell for the first time, and D Nice, and the Fobs up there, and just so many people, so many Tekken players, Dark Resurrection players up there that I met. That you could tell they were hungry, for DR. I just too much can be said about that whole scenario. But I'm not even gonna get into it. I just glad I got to meet those people. Let's see what else. Questions on that whole thing? If you want to see those results, I got them up in tournament results, and on the tournament results section, you can see it for yourself.
All right. No, I don't have any questions on that.
Okay. All right. My decision to join Empire Arcadia.
Now, this might be the most interesting part. You should, yeah. This is probably the most interesting part. So, go ahead.
Now, once again, I'm very well aware. I've heard of a lot of, people always want to say shit, about Empire Arcadia and all this other stuff. But, I was presented with an opportunity to further my SNK campaign. This SNK opportunity, I'm looking at like, hey, if I'm doing this by myself anyway, I'm putting money into this myself to go around, why not use someone else to help me do that anyway? That's the aspect I look at it like. If someone's going to help me promote SNK, and save money myself, I'm all for it. Because I look at it like this. If they're going to help me promote that, then guess what? I can now use that money I was going to use for that purpose and sponsor other things. Like now, once again, as y'all know, I'm sponsoring X vs. Street Fighter. I'm sponsoring the North American Championships. I'm also now about to sponsor the Garou Mark of the Wolves East vs. West Coast, which I'm going to get into. With the East Coast being Arturo, Justin Wong, Jerron, D-Nice versus West Coast, Nocturnal, Master Gibi, and Magician. I can sponsor that type of stuff now. I can also sponsor stuff like Heart Nana to fly to New NYC for Chinatown Fair to play Arturo and Arcana Hearts. So see what I mean? Now, because I'm with Empire Arcadia, I'm able. That frees up a lot of my money to sponsor people left and right to go do what they want to do. And once again, it wouldn't be possible if Empire Arcadia wasn't helping to sponsor me to get where I want to go. So if y'all look at it that way, it's not like, well, all of a sudden I'm joining them and I'm trying to, hate against no one else. No, I'm not going to change who I am whatsoever. I'm going to be the same person y'all always know. Just because I got that avatar, that Empire Arcadia shield, doesn't mean I'm going to change any one bit. Still the same person, still going to respond to you in the thread every way possible. I'm not even going to allow myself to get caught up in whatever kind of drama follows, either Empire Arcadia or whatever. I'm going to stay out of that. I'm going to do what I do best. I'm going to do what's got me to this point, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And if I just find any problems whatsoever that I don't like, if it's something that I don't like, I'm going to bring it above to someone's attention. And if it gets to some type of degree where I really don't like it, I don't have a problem stepping down. But I don't really see it coming to that. And this is the main reason I got involved with it. So I hope no one holds any of that against me, as far as, well, you're with Empire Arcadia, we don't like you anymore. I mean, I hope you don't really look at it like that. Because that's not the way I looked at it when I get in it. So, that's really kind of a nutshell, to be honest. Any questions on that?
I'm ordering pizza. But yeah, actually, I was just wondering that when you're sponsoring people, DSP asked a good question. They're like, whose money is this that you're going to be using?
When I'm sponsoring people,
Yeah.
well, see, here's the thing. Once again, like from Mexico, they're talking, he's going to help, or Triforce, and they're going to help me from when I'm going to Mexico. So, that's like, wow, they're going to help me take care of that when I was going to already put that money aside for it anyway myself. So now, once again, this money that's coming out of my own paycheck, see what I mean? My own money, my own personal money. Now I can say, well, hey, we can set up, stuff for, for the Garou, Evo East at East versus West Coast. Or hey, now I can make sure I lock down those 3 top Canadian contestants for Exodus Street Fighter, North American Championship. Or now, I can, put more money aside toward getting Hardnetta to come and go play Arturo to make that happen in Arcana Hearts. Or, anything else that I see where people might need help. Once again, I'm going to sponsor it. Like, if Ultimate want to come at 3 at Evo East, I'll just put money aside just in the pocket, even though I didn't even enter the tournament, just to support it. That's what I'm telling people. That's the type of person I am. And once again, this enables me to be able to do that. So that's, it's a win-win situation for me. Unless, once again, I run into something that I don't like, which, I'm not, crossing my fingers. But, if I see it, like I say, I'm going to bring it above somebody. But I haven't yet. And, I'm just going to, count my blessings and keep going with them.
Okay.
Questions on that? Like I said, it doesn't change anything. I've got, friends on both sides of the equation. Like Arturo Giron, I've got, I'm going to still keep those friends. I've got people on Team Hate, like, Ed Pachi, Lukai, man, it's not going to change one bit. Even I met Nestor for the first time at Evo East. We were real cool. Matter of fact, I was giving him high fives when he won CBS too. So, so it's not going to change one bit. I'm not going to allow myself to get caught up in the whole war of words and war whatsoever. I don't care what the history is. That's not what I'm going to get into. That's not why I signed up in it. I'm not going to be another tool. If that's what people are trying to say, I'm not going to be a tool. That's not what I want to do. That's not why I'm in it. So just keep that in mind. And, once again, like I say, if I run into something that I don't like, I'll be the first to bring it before someone's attention. That's how I am.
All right. Oh, so sorry. You was asking if there anyone have any questions. I was on the phone ordering something to eat because I don't really feel like driving. Do I have any questions about you joining Empire? Not particularly. I respect your decision, and although make sure that before you sign the contract that you read over every word that it says.
Oh yeah, like I said, I have my lawyer. Like I said, I have my lawyer look over that type of stuff. Well, before I do it, before I because then once again, you can be signing away your life, and that's the type of stuff that as a teacher I've realized, the legalities of things could end up coming back and biting you in the ass, so to speak. So I make sure I have someone read it over with a fine tooth comb and going over with me in explicit detail before I decide to, write it down or, put that signature.
All right.
Okay, yeah, I'm about done. I only got a couple things left to cover, guys, and that's about it. Once again, the only reason I really do this, guys, is just to come in here and, update people what goes on and what I'm currently doing at the moment. And, what I intend on doing in the future. That way, people have an idea where I'm going with all this.
Personally speaking, though, you give it like a dissertation, as if you're like in a master class and you're trying to get your degree. I think that you go off on too many tangents when you talk about things. You go off way off topic, and you lose people. Because I remember when I was in psychology class, I learned that the human mind listens to the first few words of a sentence and the last few words of a sentence, and almost nothing in between. So
that's true.
So I would just say is like, for you, when you get on the future, just make sure that you kind of, try to keep to the point, and because when you go on these long tangents, most people, they tune out, start doing other things, and you know, and the last thing they hear is the last few words you said before. You know, have any questions? You know,
Yeah,
about
yeah. Like, oh no, yeah, or yeah.
You know, but other than that, no, I don't have any questions. If you have any more comments that you want to make, you know, feel free.
I was just gonna talk about, like I said, what I'm doing in the future, like right now, really.
Okay.
One of my future goals, once again, as I already reiterated, was Garo, Evo, Evo East versus West. Really, like I say, what that is, as I already said, was East Coast is going to nominate 3 players for Garo, and West Coast is going to nominate 3 players for Garo. It's going to be $50 a head, or it's going to be a total of $150 a team. It's going to be first to 5, and everyone's going to get to play each other. And I'm going to be setting that up at Evo World so that we can, you know, find out who has the best Garo players. Is it, you know, because West said, you know, they've heard that Justin Wong is the best Garo player, so they want to see this for themselves. So it looks like some good drama, some, you know, good television, good footage. So we're gonna make this happen. And if you want to see more about it and support it, not only can you go to FGD and, you know, read, you know, talk about it, but I also got it in tournament and Evo Championship Series. That section, I've got the thread itself. So you can come in, you know, read all the rules, because I don't want to sit and go down through all the rules. Read them all, see how it works, and, you know, support it, or, you know, put in your 2 cents.
All right.
Questions?
None for me.
All right. Also, another thing, of course, is as it's approaching, and I promised I'll talk about it, was the X-Men vs. Street Fighter North American Championships. It's rapidly approaching, and I'm sending money, you know, month after month to the top 3 Canadian players for their quote-unquote qualifier tournament that they're having to come down to FFA August the 18th, the weekend before Evo Worlds, to play Mega Man DS and Dogface and X-Men vs. Street Fighter for, you know, the title for that particular year. So I would highly anticipate everyone to, you know, if you're in those particular situations, start brushing off your skills, because it's already June, really. And August is going to be before you know it, and, you know, we're going to get to find out who's the best X-Men vs. Street Fighter country for the time being. Next year, I intend on bringing Toxie from Australia. I'm sure some of y'all know that. You know, once again, I'm, you know, trying to keep plans for spicing everything up. So, once again, that's another way for y'all to come in and check things out. And as y'all see, I'm busy sponsoring many different things. It's not just SNK. I'm putting my money into many different type of things and showing my support.
All right. Cool.
No questions on that?
No, nothing.
Well, my final shout-outs, I want to shout out to, once again, to Arturo for housing me and showing me everything in New York. That was great, dude. Once again, could have done it without you. You saved me a lot of money. Yikes, you really saved me a lot of money. Shout out to Nick, Extra Maxers X. Told you I was going to do a shout-out for you. You know, I saw you in North Carolina at the May 5th tournament, and then I saw you again at Evo East. You know, it was great seeing you, dude. As you say, Smooth Cap Jr. You know, I'm sure you'll end up being Smooth Cap. Those Marvel finals were pretty crazy. So just keep up the good work. Shout out to Izuna Drop of Oklahoma. You know, he's going to be fighting for that 3rd spot we have for Battle Coliseum to take out the Triad. So he's constantly training hard. I'm talking to him on AIM a lot. I'm knowing you're getting better, dude. Keep up the good work. And we'll definitely see you soon to see how far you progress. To Josh Ballard, another one of my students. Man, I told you got some skill, dude. Ironically, you're going to have to fight with Izuna Drop to see who's better, who's going to make the cut for that all-star Battle Coliseum Triad top spot. So, you know, keep it up, man, and, you know, we're going to fly you out to Oklahoma. We'll have to make this go down, see what's going to happen. But, you know, congratulations with the World Heroes 2, etc. with Fuma. You know, I'm sure that was the highlight of your day, without a doubt. Shout out to everyone I met at Evo East. Everybody. That was great. There was too many people. I could be here all day. You know, giving shout outs to people, but I'm gonna try to, you know, keep it short. So shout out to everyone, you know, that, you know, showed me, you know, support, and, you know, nice meeting James Chin, and it's great meeting Mr. Wizard, you know, and people like that at Evo East. I anticipate seeing y'all again in Evo North when we keep this thing going.
All right.
And that practically does that page segment were the things I wanted to highlight and talk about.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for coming on the radio. I'm sorry I'm not, not all that talkative, but right now
It's no problem, no big deal.
Tired, irritated, and sick. So.
Well, I kind of heard about stuff that happened yesterday, so I can understand. And I'm just getting over my sickness, so it's no big deal. Trust me. I just once again just want to get on here and tell people about what's going on. That's all I want to do. And, that way I can link it to other. Because see, here's what I'm doing. I talked on SRK. So the moment you post it on a link, you link it up in your thread. I copy paste it and I put it elsewhere. That way, once again, I'm trying to propaganda. I'm trying to promote this to everybody as much as possible. So I'm linking that thing out to everybody because once again, I know everyone wasn't at Evo East. They weren't at these locations because I didn't get to meet them. So I'm trying to spread that out, let them get them to hear that, let them get them interested, and then then start planting the seeds and getting them coming to these tournaments. So it's all in my way of promotion. So that's really why I'm doing it. So they can hear about what's going on without really being there. And it's going to spark the interest to want to be there.
I hear you.
All right. That about does a wrap. Like I say, I'll probably come back on next time. Will be, after Evo North at the end of the month. Actually, you know what? Let me push that back. Cause I'm going to probably end up coming back after Evo North and Mexico, because that's going to be right around the same time. Evo North is at the end of the month. Then I got to turn around and be in Mexico middle of July. So, like now, the reason I had so much to talk about is because I crammed together practically 2 sessions at once for North Carolina and Evo East and, NYC. So, I'm going to cram in all the other stuff and, once again, limit it to a couple points and, be out.
Okay. All right.
All righty. If y'all got any questions that you can't think about, you know where to find me at the Higher the Ranger Storm. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Or just show me a PM or catch me on the AIM and, I'll answer those questions for you.
All right, cool. Thanks a lot, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, take it easy.
All right.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, Alex, you up next.
Huh? Oh, okay. Where was I? I'll keep it short and quick for you, alright? I got 3 things to say. I'll be really quick. Slammin' Saturday Nights. Everybody's been wanting to know when it's happening. July 14th. That's the big one. We're reviewing the usual games. Third Strike, CVS2, Super Turbo, Accent Core. We're going to be running Accent Core this time, so I want to see some new competition on Guilty Gear. MPC2, Tekken 5, Virtua Fighter 5, DOA 4, Melty Blood, of course. And if I talk to Geese, maybe some new SNK games to give John Badwell some competition up in New York City. Now, we do have something interesting to announce, and that is the DXP Challenge. Since DXP's head is so big from winning Evo East, he's challenging everybody to beat him or eliminate him. And if you beat him, you get $20. If you eliminate him, you get $20 additional. And I'll throw in an additional $20 if you eliminate him, because Lord knows he needs a reality check. I also want to promote that we have parking next door for $25. Great food all around.
Well, hold on. Parking for $25?
The whole day. That's
Dude, I can park in downtown Seattle for $12.
Well, I'm just saying, look, in New York City it's expensive, but, that's where we are. A lot of people take up parking spaces really quickly. So I'm just basically saying what DXP posted on that as far as the parking. But there are some side streets you can park on that helps.
Okay.
Carpool.
Exactly, carpool.
Throw somebody in the trunk.
Throw somebody
in the hood.
We'll throw you in the trunk. How about that? But,
I don't know about that.
I still love you. But no, we're going to give free entry to anybody who brings a TV or PS3. So PM me or DXP and let us know ASAP. Secondly, we're having Web2 Zone. After speaking with them, we have something called the Gamers Club. And that's from every day except on Saturdays from 12 to 12. It's $10 all summer long. If you want to play Counter-Strike, Want to get in a couple rounds of Third Strike, just pay $10, and you're there. You can stay there as long as you want. You don't have to go through any tokens. You don't have to go through anything. You play all you want. We're going to have some tournaments for $5 each, and we're going to give away some guaranteed prize money. First place for a 1v1 type of tournament would be $40, 2v2 would be $30, and 5v5 would be $75. 5v5 obviously is Counter-Strike. So we're going to be doing PC and console events. So check a look at our threads. I'll give Bunkai it, and if you want, check out Atlantic North or Tournament and Events, and we got some shit up there. Finally, Casual Fridays, we're going to be doing some fighting game tournaments every 2 weeks. Reason every 2 weeks is because every 2 weeks I do Smash, so we're going to alternate between the two. This Friday, we're going to have Third Strike and CVS2. It's $10 venue to get in and $2 per tournament. These are just really small tournaments to bring the community up console-wise, but I suggest everybody come and take a look at it. It's really fun. We always have a good time in Web 2 Zone, and these events hopefully will be pretty good. Oh, and I forgot to mention that we will have sponsored prizes for Slam and Saturday Nights. Those are going to be, as I said before, flash drives, which a lot of people love, which are, ranging from 256 megabytes to half a gig. And we're going to give away some T-shirts from a company called Drunken Monkey. I believe they're a subsidiary of Fubu. So, be on the lookout for Slam and Saturday Nights because we're moving up in the world and it's going to be some pretty interesting shit going on.
Make sure you shoot me the link.
Oh yeah, I got all the links right now.
Okay.
But I heard we're going to be talking about some Super Turbo HD because obviously we all saw the new screenshots and they look very smexy. And those are the links for you. Okay. The first link is Slam and Saturday Nights. The second link is a combined thread of the Gamers Club and Casual Friday bi-weeklies.
Alex, I'm telling you, if you guys can get some, sponsored parking, just use that as prizes, I think we can turn out.
Hey man, if
first place, I'm telling you, people be better. I don't know.
No, I think the most interesting thing though is going to be the DXP challenge. Like, I actually will put up $20 of my own money for anybody who eliminates him. I want this guy eliminated. I want him terminated
because his 25. You got at least cover the parking.
Oh, I mean, I'll see what I can do about my personal opinion about parking. Like I said, I'm not exactly Dark Geese. I don't have millions of dollars to spend.
Well, we'll see what about that, but
no. But no, like I said, I will give somebody $20 plus DXP's own $20, so that's $40 to the person who eliminates him. $40 to eliminate him. He has to be eliminated. That's the mission of this tournament. We want people to play Super Turbo, and we want him eliminated. And so I'm really throwing an extra 20 for anybody. And it's these events are gonna be fun. I really expect it. And I just think it's this is why I like the store because they're willing to do all this stuff for the community. For a really, really good rate. I mean, $10 for a whole day is pretty good considering all the other places charge 20 or like 40 or 50. So, hopefully, people, start coming in and they start seeing, how great we are. We actually moved some of the TVs upstairs now, so you can not only play PC upstairs, you can play some of the console games. So hopefully, everything works out. How you feeling, Bunkai?
Feeling all right.
A little.
What kind of pizza did you get?
Yeah, that's more important right now. What did you get for food? Domino's, Pizza Hut?
Domino's, sausage and jalapeno peppers.
They got jalapeno? Oh, let me check this out. Because I was on Pizza Hut.
No, Pizza Hut doesn't have it.
You don't sound too hot, man. Still sick?
Yep.
Oh man, been a long last few days.
Yes, you can definitely say that.
The gotta lock.
Him? Oh. I mean, hey. It's done. He's done.
Yeah. I was wondering why you were upset, like when I called in last night, but when I heard the show, I was like, wow.
He's not end all and be all. All I'm saying is I am tired of being treated like I'm some dumbass nigger. That's all I'm trying to say. And I mean that in the most serious way possible. I am tired of going to work every day, and people think that just because my skin color is dark, I don't know shit from nothing. All right.
No.
So I mean
No.
that's and now I just come home and then I did a radio show and someone just tries to play me for a fool, and that's not had enough of it. So that conversation is gone. So just move on.
All right. Well, from the people who appreciate it, man, you do a really good job here, definitely. And we really, a lot of people should be lucky to have like a show like this, because I can tell you one thing: Smash Brothers, they don't have a show. Like they're trying to start one, but it's not even like it's only been 3 episodes and it hasn't been one in like 2 months. And
why are they starting their own show? Just tell them, give them the number.
Well, the thing is, like, I can tell you flat out, they don't, like, from when I talk to them, they feel like there's a lot of animosity with the fighting game community because, obviously, the fighting game community doesn't consider there's a lot of debate on Smash Brothers.
They need to chill out. It's just a cycle. They think that people are hating on them, so they respond a certain way, and then a couple people who actually are hating on them, hate on them back. It's just an internet thing. That always happens.
Yeah.
I think
Alex,
in general, people like Smash.
What are you calling your event that's coming up in June?
It's called Slammin' Saturday Nights.
Okay.
And starting actually June 4th is the Web 2 Zones Gamers Club. And Casual Fridays is every Fridays if nobody already knows. But, like I was saying with Smash Brothers, I think, like I said, a lot of the times I come from the middle of everything. So I got lucky, being able to play Third Strike and learning Smash Brothers as well at around the same time. So I can have an appreciation for both. And like I said, I've been playing Alpha 2 since it came out for Sega Saturn. So, I also know about that as well. But, I think they want their own Smash Pass because there's so much to Smash Brothers that they have to talk about that, like I said, I'm actually helping them with the Smash Pass, with their little show. Only because I feel like there's so much drama and so much things going on that I feel like if we did it, let's just say we put it on AlphaISM Radio. If we first started it, right? Let's just say, for example, this happened. We'd spend in the beginning, we'd probably spend 20 minutes arguing if the game's good or not. And I don't think they want to deal with that. That's just my view on their perspective.
Well, I think I give Ben a little more credit than that. I mean, he had I say DOA 4 gets a lot more hate than that, and he's had 2 or 3 interviews with those people. And they were pretty chill, and,
Well, DOA 4 people, like I said, one of the things the 2 games I respect are DOA 4 and Smash Brothers only because a lot of people don't appreciate them for what they are. I mean, what DOA 4 did was, it brought, my opinion, it helped bring etching fighting games into the mainstream. It said, this is a major game. WCG is going to put it off $1,000. This is going to be $1,000. A lot of money is put into DOA 4. Yeah, the community is very small, but it gives a good future. For example, say there's a new Street Fighter 4, and it has the same type of online features as DOA 4.
I know that. I'm just saying as far as whenever the discussion comes up again. I don't know how Ben, how do you feel about that? Would you like to have a Smash show? Do you think that would be good?
I have nothing against having people on anyone on the show. I mean, as long as they're respectful. I really don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So I think you can just bring it up. It's not we don't need to get there's a variety of things on the show. Different types of games, different types of people. I don't think it would be bad, and I don't think that someone who's gonna obviously just come on and count Smash for a half hour would be I guess invited to that segment or that on until at least after, because it just wouldn't be productive. So I don't think that's a.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't mind talking about Smash on here, or giving updates on what's going on in the Smash community. But like I said, it's not my show. Like for me, this is not my show. This is Ben. This is Bunkai's. So, if he'd give me permission, I wouldn't have a problem with it every once in a blue moon,
I don't have a problem with it, so whenever you want to do it, just let me know.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know me, I'll tell you in advance. But right now, it's one of the main things we're here about is obviously Super Turbo and Accent Core. So, Oh, I'm sorry for this changing the topic. I just really wanted to talk about it, but whenever you guys want to talk about it's fine.
I just wanted to tell people on the links to the Slamming Saturday Nights and the New York Console Revival. It's up on AlphaISM.com for anyone who wants to catch it to bookmark those. That's up on AlphaISM.com.
Yeah, and the New York Console Revival is basically the mixture of. It has all the information on Casual Friday Biweeklies and the Gamers Club that WebZone's doing during the summer. So, like I said, check it out. It's a really good deal, and like I said, you guys supported me, so I'm going to support you. I'm going to get you good deals. I'm going to get you sponsored prizes. I'm going to eventually get you those pop bonuses. A lot of things, unfortunately, I couldn't get the money that I wanted, but I did get the flash drives, which I personally think is still a good deal. We're getting something. And, like I said, when Super Turbo HD comes out, God willing, if everything turns out right, the way as hard as I'm pressing, I'm trying to talk to Capcom right now. If everything works out, then it's perfect. Then we're gonna have some stuff in New York City and in the East Coast that you're not gonna see. And like I said to you, Bunkai, whenever you talk to the persons and ask them, what's up, and exchange info, I'm ready to start talking to them. So that's something I really want to plan out. And if people don't know, I'm not going to tell you until everything's finalized. But let's just say if everything turns out, if Bunkai's allowed to give me the information, if I'm allowed to do everything, then I'll tell you something is going to be really cool with Super Turbo HD once it comes out. And what are you doing on here, DSP? Because I saw you on here.
DSP is large now. 2-time Evo East champion, putting up bounties on him.
And you know what? He's still a
running
nerd.
East Coast now.
No, he's not. I am. In all seriousness. No, good stuff on Super Turbo, man. Wait, is he not talking? Oh, it really is a good day. Phil not talking. Alright, so... anything else on people's minds? Super Turbo HD, maybe? Accent Core, which is what I'm waiting for.
Hold on for 1 second. I'm trying. There's a couple people that want to come on and talk about that, so hold on. They're in a conference of their own on Skype, so I'm telling them that they will have to leave that conference and come on individually.
Oh, they got Guilty Gear conference calls.
There's like 3 of them that wants to come on and talk about Accent Core.
Is it Kai in them, or is it like other people?
No, one is Silent Shinobi, I think.
Oh, from Texas?
I don't know where he's from.
I'm thinking of somebody I heard from Will Evolution. Who else? So you don't know?
No, he just says he got 3 people.
I say let's bring Sexy back and let's put this on.
You are so gay.
Oh, Phil speaks. Phil speaks.
I can't hold back anymore. What the fuck did
Phil,
you just say?
Phil, you better win. You better win at Slam and Saturday Nights, because if I'm out,
Let's bring
I'll kill
Sexy back. What the fuck, man?
Hey. It was sent, yo.
Shit.
Look, Phil, you better win Super Turbo Slam and Saturday Nights, because if you don't, I'm gonna kill you, because I'm out. It's over for you. So you're gonna get $20.
Anyway, all I want to know is what the hell did Canada hate on Ben or something? Because I missed this.
It's a dead issue. I don't think Ben wants to talk about it, so.
Well, I missed it. I missed the whole thing. That's kind of fucked up, man.
Well, you can listen to it on the radio. He said it right now. It's a dead issue, so I wouldn't press it, dude. We're talking about Super Turbo HD and Accent Core. That's important right now.
Okay. So anyway.
Alright, one of them is joining. Hold on 1 sec. Hello?
Yo.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Alright. Sound like you're talking underwater. What's going on?
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, okay then. Cool. My microphone was a little bit away from me, so.
Okay.
But I got my friend Jeremy's coming on in a couple minutes. I think he's got your name. I think he's about to get on right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from again?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Alabama. All right.
Yeah.
So is there a Guilty Gear scene down there or something?
Yeah, man. We're building up, man. We're building up. We went the final round, did pretty good.
All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. So have you gotten the game yet?
Core?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think I had it since Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, okay. All right. How you like it?
It's pretty good. I play Kai, so most of this stuff is still pretty solid.
Hello? Yo, you're on AlphaISM Radio. Hello?
Yeah, I was going to come in with some people and talk about Accent Core.
Kane, is that you?
Yeah.
Probably. Figured.
Oh no.
Was that?
Wait, you knew it was me? Who is this?
Of course I know it's you. I recognize your fucking voice anywhere, man.
Oh.
Ooh, what now?
Are we in right now?
Yeah, you're on the show right now.
So we're talking about Action Core, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to know? Like, just how
I want to know how was the port from arcade to PlayStation 2?
balance-wise?
Wait, what?
How was the port from arcade to PlayStation 2? Yeah.
I can't exactly hear you right now. Hold on, let me turn down some stuff.
Actually, you're supposed to turn off the radio while you're on the radio.
Oh, you are?
Ouch.
You are? Alright.
I can hear.
All right.
Definitely, I'm still hearing someone's.
I just turned off the radio.
My pizza's here. I'll be right back.
Oh my god. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is not Faye on the radio. This is Kayan from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Is that Kane? It's
Yeah, what's up? Hey.
Yo, what the fuck? Hype, man! Hype, son! Oh,
Hype. Yeah, you motherfuckers get hype. Accent Core just came out.
And Mr.
Accent Core just came out, and we've been playing the motherfucking shit out of it.
Yo, July 14th, Slammin' Saturday Nights. You gotta be there, man.
Oh, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. There's no way I'm not.
I'll try. I'm pretty low on money, man.
Yo, Mr. Mamation, where do you live?
But,
Where do you live?
I live in, Virginia.
How much does it take to get you up here?
It just costs only like $30-something, $34.
You need $34?
It's not so bad.
No, man. Don't worry about it. I'm waiting tables, so I'll do what I can.
Dude, suck his dick. He'll fucking get you up here.
Yo, shut up. Phil. That's how you won Evil Beast. That's not how I won. That's how you beat Justin Wong.
That's bad too.
At least I won something.
Hey,
I like the tournament too much to not go.
I know. It was like, it was so sad when you weren't there.
Did anyone answer my question?
Oh yeah,
that's the port from what I know so far. I haven't messing with some of the characters. It seems pretty much exactly the same. There might be like little things like I know in Slash there was some glitches and but it wasn't nothing major that could affect like how you could play if you were actually playing on the actual arcade. So I think only time will really tell whether there's anything major. But as far as I know,
Are you talking about the differences between the supposed differences between the arcade version and the PS2 version?
I don't know any differences. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, there's no noticeable differences, at least not yet. It's only, it's been out for 2 days. That's it. So as far as we know, all the combos we see on the videos, they all work. They haven't really added anything extra that would change the gameplay or anything. So
I just think all that stuff about those glitches is just speculation, like what happened with Flash, with the whole I'm sure everybody here remembers the whole ABBA glitch thing, and lol, should we ban it? And lo and behold, it ended up being in the arcade version. I think this is just going to be a similar situation.
Well, I mean, we haven't even found any real glitches yet.
There was something on Dustloop on one of the threads. I haven't gone back to it, but I just think it's people speculating.
Oh. Well, that was my take on it.
Has anyone unlocked the Guilty Gear Generations mode?
Oh, that shit's just stupid.
Yeah.
Faultless defense cancel from Guilty Gear X.
What?
Yeah, unlock how to break the game.
Okay.
Hello?
What the hell is that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. I had a call.
What the hell? Get off the phone, dude.
Alright.
What the hell?
This guy's fucking booty call has blown up his phone during the radio.
So,
I'm on the radio right now.
since you can go back to GGX, does that mean that you can play every version of some characters back to GGX?
No, they have the same moveset, but they have these. You go by the Guilty Gear X or Guilty Gear 1 game engine. Like, if you choose Guilty Gear 1 mode, you'll have no FRCs or RCs or anything like that, but you'll have Guilty Gear 1 style instant kills and all that stuff. In Guilty Gear X mode, you have Roman cancels, but no false Roman cancels, stuff like that. And you have faultless defense cancel, which was a glitch from Guilty Gear X, which still exists in a limited form today. But what it is
so it's not truly like the character exactly how he plays back in Guilty Gear X.
No,
not exactly. They have the same moveset and everything. They just go by the subsys. They just go by the game's engine, the previous game's engine.
Some of the combos have been the same all the time. The only differences has been very slight things. I know with say Kai back in XX.
Oh yeah, there was something about his damage.
You do Greed Saber Loop. Yeah, it's the damages and the attributes and what kind of how they affect the I know Too Heavy used to not be able to. It pulls in and sharp reload, and then in Slash they made it so you could air combo after it, and then now in AC it's 1 hit instead of 2 hits. It's little tiny things like that. Those are the kind of things that they change, and then sometimes they add new moves or new specials, and then you have new characters like from sharp reload to Slash. You have Abba and Haas, things like that. It's just little tiny things. So if you were to play back in the XX or Sharp Reload or Slash, you can play Accent Core. You just have to get accustomed to the new
I thought you were talking about Guilty Gear Generations mode.
Whereas though if you play regular X, there would be a bigger difference. You could do some of the regular combos, but you wouldn't be able to do some of the advanced combos, I think.
Yeah, I think the question was about Generations
characters
mode.
have completely different moves. Like Kai doesn't even have Greed Sever in Guilty Gear X. He has Crescent Slash, which has different properties. Soul doesn't have Bandit Bringer, but he has a move with the same motion. So certain moves actually got taken out and replaced with other moves.
Oh, okay.
See, that's my question. My question is, if I were to pick Soul in GGX mode, will he play exactly like Soul in GGX? Like same moves, same combos, same everything?
Not exactly. It was like how I was telling you in Guilty Gear X mode. From what I played, the combos are similar, but they're not exactly the same. You have to change it. I think when you do Guilty Gear, let's see, how many different modes was there? There was Guilty Gear mode, Guilty Gear X mode, right?
Mode, yeah.
And Accent Core mode.
There was one more. You said Accent Core mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, The combos are similar.
I found
but
it
they're
odd
not exactly
that XX and reload modes aren't in there. It would have been cool to have XX and reload mode with flawless defense cancel heavy slash.
So
or option select throwing.
Okay, I just misunderstood. I thought it might have been something like it was in Hyper Street Fighter Alpha, where your character
I thought it was
played.
something like that.
Okay, so it's
Oh
not.
no, even Hyper Street Fighter Alpha had its differences. That game was a mess, but let's not get into that right now.
Okay. All right. As you might expect, I'm a bit of a Guilty Gear fan myself, so hopefully, oh, by the way, is anyone playing any, I doubt that anyone here has a import Nintendo Wii, but the game is coming out on Nintendo Wii.
Oh yeah, for the Wii.
Yeah.
I'd get a Wii if I could afford it. But there's actually a Wii freeloader. Actually, a Wii freeloader coming out, just like the GameCube freeloader.
Well.
Oh really?
It depends because now they changed the
they keep changing. Yeah, I know what you mean.
on the Wii now, so you can't use their freeloader anymore.
Oh, fuck that.
You can mod it, from what I understand.
But from what I've read, you can't mod it because there's nothing to mod. Like they completely took out whatever they were using to do the mod. They completely took it out of the.
So not only was it the swap magic or whatever they called it, it was also the modding they did that with.
Yeah, I mean, from what I understand, like from the article I read it on Flex Beta about 2 days ago. It says that like none of the mods work on the newest version of the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, fuck that. That's garbage.
Okay. Yeah,
So you're telling me if I want to play imports on a Wii, I have to get a Japanese Wii.
Yeah.
I would have to buy two Nintendo Wiis. That's fucking redundant.
Yes, join the rest of the country. Join the rest of the world.
That's what everybody's been complaining about for a while.
Yeah, because a lot of the Naruto 4 community, the Naruto fighting community, had a big problem with that when they switched over to the Wii as well. Because when they tried to mod it, it still didn't work. So a lot of people who were excited about Naruto GNT EX couldn't get to play it. And right now, everybody's waiting for that universal freeloader mod or whatever, and Nintendo is really, really keeping it like making it difficult.
That is really shitty. I'm gonna have to say that is really.
Well, I mean, that's just what comes with the territory. I mean, that's been like that forever. I mean,
I guess
especially if they bought legit copies of the game.
Both versions, so if it makes them money, they're gonna do it. I guess that's to the people that the higher ups, the people who own Nintendo. That's all they care about is making money.
Why not throw together a petition and make this game region free?
Yeah.
They should. They should, but
that actually sounds like a good idea. You know, the Nintendo Wii actually was originally going to be region free, but the company that made the freeloader was actually going to threaten to sue them because they were going to lose money because of it. So the whole thing didn't fall through.
Oh, I highly doubt that. I
doubt that too.
It's true.
That cannot be true. How can they threaten?
Go ahead.
I don't get how can you threaten someone with a lawsuit because something won't work. That's your problem, not Nintendo's.
No.
Nintendo does not have to.
How's a little company gonna say to Nintendo, "You can't do this"? Because honestly, I think Nintendo would have laughed at them and just did it anyway. I mean, look at Sony. They were threatened to sue.
I don't know.
Like
Nintendo's not as much of a douchebag. Nintendo's not really as douchebaggish as Sony, but you do have a point.
Yeah, Nintendo's just like, we're gods. Who are you? Some random company? Like Action Replay? Come on, let's be serious.
Well, Action Replay the people that made Action Replay have been in the business for a really long time. They've been around since the 16-bit era.
They're small. They're too small.
Dude, they're not Nintendo. Let's leave it at that. They're not even Sega.
Nintendo's huge like Xbox.
Yeah.
You mean it's the size of the system, not the actual system selling. But no, Guilty Guilty Gear Accent Core, like from what people are telling me, it's an entirely different game. I mean, especially with the flashback feature.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I haven't actually seen that much flashbacking. It's actually really risky. Did that whole thing about I don't know. I remember in the beta version, it was made so that you couldn't block for a while after you failed a flashback. I don't know if that's
I think they cut that the time for it down, like how many frames you can't block, because like I try to flashback stuff all the time and I can still block. So
interesting.
So like the time between.
Yeah, I think.
For those of you that are listening and wondering what slashback is, think of it as a cross between a parry and just defend, and you have an idea.
It's not so much like a parry that you get instant recovery. It shortens your recovery more so than an instant block would. But it has to be done with a command. It's done with slash and heavy. It's done with backslash and heavy slash, and you can't flashback level 1 moves like jabs.
Is it like alpha countering, like a different form of that, or like SNK, the SNK CVS2 this
but
it already has alpha countering.
But it depends on what you do afterwards. That's up to you, because I think like on alpha counter they're like you had a move or something that you do after it. It's like it's up to you to like which move you want to do, like if it beats out or something like that, because I would think that slashback would be like somewhat of a better option than instant blocking, but instant blocking gives you a better chance of like, trying to figure out what's going on between the fact of, what I'm saying, slashbacking.
Right. I mean, game... Go ahead.
The question is, so you have to be blocking something to execute a slashback? Is that true or not true?
Not true.
Not true.
Okay.
Not true. You can, you can instantly do that command and just like, it's like, oh snap, something's coming, I can just block it, just slashback it. So you can do that. But
timing's actually really strict.
Obviously, they made. I mean, it was intentional because they didn't want to wind up being like Thirst, right?
Yeah.
Especially since it's done with a command. That alone takes out stuff from Third Strike, like option select. But I don't like Third Strike, and I'm not going to get into that.
Well, I think only like Mr. Mimation said, only time's going to tell like how slashback is going to do. Is it going to be like Third Strike with parrying in terms of is it going to be, you're going to see it a lot, or you're going to see it like very rarely,
Right now, I've only seen it.
Videos, I haven't seen it a lot.
I have seen the computer do it, like it did the Mistfinder one.
Yeah,
like,
so
it's flashback like
that
20 of those.
Cool, actually.
But in real matches, I've seen it done once, and I probably watched about 125 matches.
Well, I actually haven't seen it yet. I don't even know what it looks like, to be honest.
You will see a yellow. It's like a yellow.
It's like a
gold, whatever. It's just
you'll know it when you see it. But it's exactly like you said. I was watching Japanese matches all the time. I haven't seen it used like maybe once. And I was like,
for that to be like really, I guess the reason they have that in the game to me is just to make sure that your opponent can't become too damn predictable.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then, if he sees that move coming 50 miles away, then okay, fine, And
I'll just flashback it. But the timing's still pretty strict, so you got to be on your toes as well.
But you know what? That's fine though, because you know what? It's risk and reward. It shouldn't be so easy to do, where it could become abusive in itself. But at the same
I can't
time,
disagree with that.
Yeah, I don't mind that it only give you 2 frames of a window to actually execute it. Whatever.
It's something it's a good thing because it keeps both players in check. You got to both be paying attention.
Yeah, probably. Well, I probably use flashback when I probably see something coming, like jams full heavy. It's like a whole bunch of startup. If I can like see her like start it up, I can probably try and go for it, But like until then, like when I'm really good at flashbacking, I'm probably just gonna have to instant block because I think that instant block would be a safer option than.
But at the same time, though, I do believe that slashback will become more common. Because it's just like when they first discovered world canceling in CVS2, there's a lot of people who said that can't be used in tournaments. I mean, that's like a lot of people discounted it.
World canceling in CVS2 was actually banned for a while until this one tournament came up, and these Japanese players were using it.
No, I don't remember. Maybe that's possible.
I don't know about that.
I just heard about that. I'm actually relatively new to the fighting game scene.
But
that surprises me.
So I would be surprised if
but it was not banned.
You know what? Another thing that for those of you, because you guys are talking about Guilty Gear among yourselves, but you got to remember there's an audience listening that a great majority of them have never touched the game. So when you explain something, you got to explain it from a point of view that they will understand. So that's why I'm explaining it.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure most of the people listening to this understand basic fighting game terminology.
Well, Guilty Gear does not use basic terminology. Most people don't even know what the Roman cancel is, or false Roman cancel.
Yeah, I'll be honest.
Or dead angle.
If we're not going to say
except instant block. That's like the only move where it's pretty much as it means, instant block.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people don't know about instant block.
Yeah, but anyway, so I agree. I'll try and explain things that. And if you don't think that they may know, just stop me and let me know and ask me what it is. But yeah, are there any other questions that you've been wondering, or?
I mean, not particularly. I mean, I am still curious as far as the tier listing for the game. I've asked people what the tiers are for Accent Core just to see who really benefited, who really didn't benefit, and I have gotten 1,000 different responses.
Testament is arguably top tier.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Testament and Eddie are
I'm looking at the tier list right now, if that helps.
The tier lists have been changing, and I still think it's really too early to debate tier. Angie is arguably low tier because he had some stuff with his guard points changed around. It kind of fucked him over. But I don't know. I don't think Angie's too bad. I mean, he did get the red butterfly, which gives him his old unblockables from reload back.
But so I heard the Testament.
I'm not
is
exactly
top.
proficient with the character though, so
I heard
my opinion could be moot.
I think what matters most is not really the tier list is so close together. I mean, there's S minus A and B. I mean, that means they're so close together that the matchups are very, very close. From the last. Hold on.
There are.
Can you send me the link to
supposedly
that?
some overwhelming matchups, but they're a little obscure.
From
like
the last,
May doesn't do well against ABBA. Oh, well, how often are you going to see that? I don't know.
But I'm not saying I'm not putting too much faith in the tier listing. But however, I would like to see where my character ranks, just so I know.
Right.
I'm not playing with
Who are
someone
you
that's
using?
not.
I know exactly
who are you using?
Who do you use?
I use May.
May?
May?
Right now she is in S minus.
Okay.
I believe that's because of her dolphin loop.
That dolphin loop that makes you bounce backwards
She
towards
does,
her?
her damage output is really high so far. Again, like I said, her only problem is she supposedly has a horrible matchup against ABBA. It's like 7-3 in ABBA's favor, according to the last tier chart I saw.
Where does ABBA rank? Someone send me the damn list.
ABBA's definitely top. She's got some retarded combos.
Yeah, I saw that in the matches. And maybe what for those out there that have ever if those of you who know ABBA is, because ABBA's the one with the big that's the bitch with the big giant key.
The one with the bandages that's bleeding all over the place.
Now my question is this: when she does that one move, I'm talking about. I mean, where she sticks the key in you, and it doesn't do really any damage. What is that?
It does a little damage. It's mostly used as a combo ender so she can go into what's called Moroha mode.
What? Can you explain that in layman terms what that is?
Moroha mode is
her, but you lose
where
life.
she gains a boost in speed and power. She gets a couple different moves. She gets a normal run, but she loses life during it. She can gain it back. She can gain that life back, however, by using a blood packet. By doing, I don't remember the command for it, but she starts off the match with 3 blood packs, and you can use those to recover your life when your Moroha mode gauge is down, or whatever.
Can someone send me the list?
It
was up on Duskloop somewhere. I don't remember where.
That doesn't help me.
I'll send.
Okay.
Have him send it to you.
I'm on AIM. My name is BENN93Z28. So
yeah, man. Jeremy's gonna give it to me, and then I'll give it to you.
Okay.
All right.
Because I got it. Because I got your AIM. So
there you go.
Where is Soul on the list anyway?
Make that look pretty or whatever.
Where is Soul compared to Order Soul?
Soul compared to Order,
is arguably
Soul
isn't as good in this one supposedly.
But it's not. It isn't as good. It's kind of relative from what I've heard. I heard that he's still good. He's not. Like,
oh yeah, he's still pretty solid in my opinion.
He has a lot of he does a lot of damage still, but I guess he doesn't have as many opportunities, and he doesn't space as well as he used to.
I knew it. Viking was up there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what were they thinking to give her that retarded good ass counter.
I know.
Okay, for people out there that don't know, she has a move where if you attack her, she will like jump over you and stab you in the back of her neck, and that's an instant recovery.
It's a get out
Are
of
you
the
talking
card.
about Viking's Superman
I
move?
found out that move had a fake. You can feint it if you hold it. I think. It's a feint, and she can just walk up and just throw you and do whatever she wants to do.
This move is retarded. I wish I could give you a clip that you can click on. The move is retarded, and it's so easy to do. Easy to do, and it's retarded. It is freaking retarded how easy her counters are, and her counters are like really good. And then she got that one move where of course, in Guilty Gear Action Core, there's a new way of falling down where you slide around the ground. Almost all of her moves do that, and then she does that super. There's nothing you can do about that because you slide around the ground. You can't. You're
preaching to the church.
All right, so okay, I got it S tier, or in other words, if they're for your Marble heads, if you're talking about like Magcent, Cable, and Storm, the Eddie, Viking, and Testament, which they're all. I'm surprised that Eddie's back up there. There's a lot of people who say that he's a weaker.
Eddie's got some crazy stuff.
But then
he has a lot. He has after his from what I've watched. Of course, I was watching Ogawa. He pretty much if he lands one hit on you, he'll take off about half your life, and then he'll do it. He'll end it with a knockdown, and then do an unblockable on your wake up, and then that will take off about another quarter of your life. So if you get hit once, that's 3/4 of your life gone.
So basically, Eddie's pretty solid. He's got a high damage output and good setups.
So
great.
I think you have to actually be good though.
Pachumkin is an S- class. That's interesting.
You said Pachumkin?
Yep.
Yeah.
Slayer, May, Jam, Soul. Okay, this looks pretty. Order Soul's an A. You know what? Soul versus Order Soul. Who wins that match anyway?
Let me see if I can find a.
It's debatable, I'd say. One could say Order Soul wins the match simply because of his.
I know it's in D tier. Fuck me. I know it's in D tier.
I don't know. I think Action Core is pretty balanced.
I don't get it.
She's not as good as she used to be. From what I know, at least I've been told. Let's see. I think here we go. I found some matchup chart. Figure out who's who.
Hurry up before everyone goes to sleep.
Hey Ben, you know Japanese, right?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, I do.
I'm gonna send you a link real quick.
Okay.
But people that are listening right now, well, I wanted to tell you that this
the...
is an absolutely great game to get into. Don't get me wrong. Just like if they're saying the tiers in this game don't really matter as much as it is for some Capcom games. I mean, so for example, Viking, Testament, and Eddie are very, very good. They're great, but they're not Ken, Yun, and Chun Li.
No,
right.
not at all.
All right, so don't think that just because someone picked these characters and you pick up another character, it's game over. Don't even. No, it's not like that. So.
Exactly.
Like say Kai is supposed to be solid mid, but if you look at his matchups, he doesn't have any that are overwhelmingly bad. Yes, he has some of the that are in other characters' favor.
Some of them, like his
but
worst
he has
matchups,
none that are really bad.
A 4-6, from what I see.
Yeah, that's his worst matchup. Or matchup.
Like which is just slightly below 50%, slightly below even.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I got it.
Meaning it's tough, but he still has a chance.
I think from this chart, it's 6-4 House.
6-4 House.
Yeah.
There you go.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, because I thought that he was kind of interesting. For you guys to know, Soul and Order Soul, think of them as what will be the equivalent in another game. Now, Yin and Yang is Yang.
I don't know.
Yang is so crappy. They're. I mean, of course, they're the same person, but you don't think that just because you can play one, you can play the other.
They have completely different moves.
They have completely different moves. It's not. I mean, some moves bear resemblance to each other, but there's
even some of the moves that look the same aren't. Like his crouch heavy slash has almost the same animation, but it starts up faster and recovers faster, but it has shorter range.
Okay. And it's like I thought that Order Soul was going to be near the top because when they found that thing where people were just charging up, all the time.
Oh yeah, charge canceling.
Yeah, the charge canceling move. Then I thought that I was like, man, I thought that was going to make him really good.
For those that don't know, Order Soul's charge now has the properties of a normal special move, where he can cancel off of it from a normal move. So and his sweep is special cancelable. So if he gets a knockdown with a sweep, he can go right into his charge attack. Also, there's another thing with his charge. There are other things with his charge meter as well. It charges up a lot faster. You don't have to tap it in that rhythm anymore. And when you use a charge special move, it goes off gradually. The meter depletes gradually, so you still have enough time to do another charge special.
By the way, if you guys, you'll know when he's charged up because all of his moves do like insane damage, and they all set the opponent on fire. It's like really, they can give you epileptic seizure if you ever see one of his combos. While he's charged.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking nasty.
It's like super mode. That's
it's gonna be like a jam.
Yeah, it's like he's on fire, basically.
Yeah, and then with Hoss, is so much faster to get to level 3, which is the highest level he can achieve. It's so easy to get there. It's like it only takes 3 seconds. When it used to take...
All you need is a little bit of an opening. Like, if he gets a throw, if he gets a mid-screen throw, he has a chance to get to level 3.
Yeah.
Which could be pretty much all he needs.
I want to let people know also in Guilty Gear Accent Core, one of the other features, I told you about the one where you slide along the ground, but there are also moves that hit you and make you stick to the wall. I shit you not.
Yes.
It's like if you ever seen the movie Commando, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember he threw that knife at that dude and told him to stick around. And he had him pinned against. That's exactly how it is in the game.
Yep, not every character has moves with that. It's like character specific. Like, I know Johnny's forward kick on counter hit does it. I don't know how often you're going to see that. I've seen it in Japanese matches, so.
Yeah.
Let's see, what other moves have it?
What other moves have what?
I know.
Interesting. Interesting. You know, I'm looking at this list, right? And I like the way this list is. They have it ranked by favorable matchups. Like Eddie, fuck him. He has no bad matchups. Fuck you.
Just like in Reload, he has no bad matchups.
And Testament has 2 bad matchups, and I bet it's like 2 characters that no one even plays. All right.
Who are those characters? I haven't seen that matchup chart in a while.
Yeah, I'm like Eddie. You know, Eddie has none. Testament and Biken have 2. ABA has 6. Faust has 3.
Who are Alice's bad matchups?
It is impossible for Faust to be low tier, huh?
Order Soul only has 4 bad matchups. And see, this is what I'm talking about. This is a good representation of how balanced the game is compared to other games, because, I mean, you have to go pretty far down the list before you see 7, 9, 10. It's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6 characters out of the entire roster that has more than 10 bad matchups. And you remember that some of these matchups are like 4, 6, which to me washes out, because there's no way for you to accurately predict, 2 characters of equal skill, because a character that has better skill.
Oh, by the way,
what? I'm just saying the character that has better skill. 4 or 6 does not mean shit to them if they're on a shorter end of the stick. So
I wholeheartly agree.
So
and some of these are like 4.5, 5.5. So it's like
really like almost even, and for all intents and purposes is even, because half of a round. What does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything. So
exactly, it's like anybody still stands a chance. So I mean, yeah, I agree. The worst matchup I see in here, it looks like probably Angie, most likely.
Angie does not have any favorable matchups. And he has, so that means that all of his matches are bad matchups, but then bad is relative, because in a lot of his rankings, it's like 4.5, 4.0, 4.4.
He has 4 matchups that are 5,
right.
5.
So it's like 4, 6, 5, 5, 4, 6, 5, 5, 4.5, 5.5. I mean, it's,
Yeah, the worst matchup I see here is 3.5, 6.5.
True.
So, we are going to. I just want to say that for those of you that are thinking about getting to Guilty Gear, we're hoping, I should say, that it will make a console release here in the United States. I would say that because of it being on a Nintendo Wii, I would say that the likelihood has gone up significantly, because the Nintendo Wii is doing so well. And unlike Slash or this is really a almost a sequel in effect. They did new stages, new voiceovers, new moves, new gameplay changes. This is not just a minor upgrade to the game. So
yeah, Slash was a minor upgrade. Asymptote is like, I think if you slap X3 on, since the inverted mode, you could probably have Guilty Gear X3 almost. Yeah, but like they don't have a new character, so I don't know if you could officially call that a real sequel. But yeah, but like it's had higher, like more stuff happened to it. Like there are new character designs. New character photographs, pictures and stuff. Stages, moves, force breaks. Force breaks are like special moves that cost 25% tension, which is like a super bar.
It's like a half overdrive.
And just to reiterate people about the rankings, don't be taking the tier list. So there was a champion, a Japanese champion. I think his name was White Dragon, and he was absolutely lethal with Biken. And Biken and Guilty Gear, she wasn't all that great. Now I can't remember anything very special about her, but she wasn't bad. But it's not like that. I mean, in Guilty Gear X, it was really about May, Milia, Johnny. Those were the 3 top.
No, it was top was actually Dizzy, Milia, and Johnny.
I don't even count Dizzy,
May was
because
somewhere in the tier under that.
Like, I don't count Dizzy though, because she varies very. Except with the damage thing, she's almost exactly the same as her boss counterpart, and it's like, they didn't really change anything, and yeah. Oh great! You guys have crashed my Skype. Thank you.
It wasn't bad, but it's not like that. I mean, in Guilty Gear X.
Someone's listening to the show while they're on the show?
Guilty Gear, Johnny.
Guys,
What the hell?
Guys, whoever just came in, cut off the radio.
It was Pop was actually Dizzy, Milia, and Johnny.
I don't even count. I don't even count.
May was somewhere in the tier under that.
Like, I don't count Dizzy because
Hey, can you turn off the show, please?
except with the damage thing, she's almost exactly the same as her boss counterpart, and it's like, I mean, they didn't really change anything.
Okay. I tried to tell them.
Okay, whoever just came in, please turn off the radio, please.
Sorry about that.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, you still got it running in the background. We can still hear it. You're supposed to turn it off while you're on the show.
What the hell's going on?
Oh, sorry about that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Alright. I forgot what I was talking about. Well, okay, now one other thing I want to talk about before I end the show was that was the push to have Accent Core at Evolution World. Now, here's the thing.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I am torn on this issue because I really don't think that 2 months is enough time for, people to really learn the game. I mean, this is not a slight adjustment to the game. This is it could be qualified as a sequel.
Huge adjustment.
It's a huge adjustment, but ultimately, I will abide by whatever the community decides. I would love to see Accent Core there because to me, Accent Core puts forth the best face for Guilty Gear as far as the gameplay is concerned.
My only problem is that there were qualifiers for Slash, and now those people that qualified for Slash are going to end up playing Accent Core. And now it's all mixed up because of this whole thing I heard about Evo North and West using Accent Core, while Evo South and East use Slash. It's all one big mess right now.
Oh man, I'm not in. I would not be. I can understand both sides of it, but at the same time, it's a matter of patience. We might just need to be
right
patient.
now, I'm going to remain indifferent because I don't know if I'm going to touch Slash again.
No, I'm just saying we might just need to be patient and wait till next year when obviously the game to be would be Accent Core. So.
I think that's the thing. Like, I mean, if we with it coming out for 2 months, people are going to be practicing Accent Core most likely instead of Slash. So in a sense, I understand why they would want Slash, but I also understand why they would want Accent Core. I know that now that we have Accent Core out, I probably won't be touching Slash because I know.
This is true.
You bring up a good point though, because obviously the people that have Slash will be able to play Accent Core. I mean, most of them are import games, so. Yeah. I would see them. I could see your point about when Accent Core comes out. I mean, why would when you play Slash, Accent Core is a lot better of a game. It's not just a newer game; it's a better game.
Exactly.
And so
I'm sure there are some people that would disagree, but
you always
got
the people disagree. There are some people that try to tell you that Street Fighter 2 World Warrior is better than Super Turbo.
Oh yeah, that stuff's always going to happen.
But
that's just something that always happens. So
their character is not S tier, so all of a sudden the game is crap.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but I have been playing May since Guilty Gear X, and May has except for Guilty Gear X, May has always been at the bottom. So it's about time that she actually got something. But I do want to end the show by saying fuck Axel.
Axel is pretty nasty.
Well said.
I've heard about it. Loop, it's pretty good.
Is nasty.
Damage output is fucking ridiculous.
But I mean, everyone has a loop in this game.
But his is ain't it like 100%, or does it?
Yikes.
Does it do like real bad damage? Because if you didn't know, you're standing with like 4 Kai players right now, so
I haven't seen too much Axel really, to tell you the truth. I've been watching mostly just Kai
and the loop involved bomber looping or something completely different.
I think it's new because I thought they were trying to get rid of the bomber. I don't know. I haven't
It's
seen
a
any vid.
it's a bomber.
Now
it's
there's just a new
bomber
bomber loop.
that goes down.
That's
It's a
all
bomber
it
that goes
is.
downwards.
Oh,
He
weird.
still has
Oh, that
actual
I've
bomber.
seen it.
And it's like, and it's an
Great,
instant
but-
overhead. Block low,
Right.
if you, block low against Axel if you dare.
Is it possible to Tiger need that thing?
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to.
Right.
You don't really need to. It's like the instant you press it, he automatically goes down. I mean, there's no delay or anything. He can walk up to you and boom. You know, I mean, it really is like that. I mean, I'm like, fuck him.
It's pretty fucking ridiculous. I haven't played any AC Axles, so I really wouldn't know, but from what I saw in Max
hate to know.
videos, he does look pretty nasty.
Nasty. Again, gonorrhea
let me
is
look on YouTube
nasty.
real quick.
Gonorrhea nasty.
Well, what he has is absolutely filthy. I'm like, it's no, because it was intentional, obviously. They knew that what they gave him was too damn good. But, you know, that's alright. It's just like with biking, when they're counting
all
that
know
slaps
in
in
the-
the back of the forehead.
We all know in the next game this stuff's gonna get changed, though.
I mean, yeah, and then, but then you know what happens? Zappa will be like S tier for some strange reason. So, alright, you guys, I thank you guys for coming on the show. And,
All right,
hopefully-
thank you very much for that.
And
Yeah, man, no
hopefully
problem.
that through this segment, at least it piques some people's interest in possibly getting into Guilty Gear. Again, there's no U.S. Date planned, but I'm pretty confident that we will see a U.S. release, maybe a few months after the Japanese release. It is already out in Japan on PlayStation 2. The Wii version comes out in late July. I think it's like July 24th or something.
Right.
You don't worry about it. You don't have to use the wand. You can just plug in
Right.
your GameCube controller, or if you use a stick, you use your GameCube converter. All right.
Now, is that Wii release just Japan only there?
I'm sorry. What?
Was the Wii release Japan only?
The
Well,
Wii-
rumors about a U.S. release, but
I
don't
mean,
believe
I
that.
mean, yeah. It's right now. It's Japan only, but I have a hard time believing that this game will never make it over to the States, especially since how the Wii is doing.
I don't know, because Nintendo aren't Nazis about 2D like Sony is.
Plus, I mean, again, this will be the first, classic 2D fighting game that features the use of the Wii controller. So they might want to
True.
take a look at that, and so
Well, I wouldn't call Guilty Gear a classic 2D fighter.
I mean, it's classic in the
traditional
sense
fighter,
that
but
it's side-scrolling.
It's definitely a new age traditional fighter.
Yes. Fine play semantics. Anyway, I'm just saying is you should be able to use a Wii remote on it, but if you don't want to use it, you don't have to. All right, people. I thank you all for coming on, and
Yeah, no problem.
And the show should be up by tomorrow. Actually, the show may not be up until Saturday because tomorrow I'm at Preppy. So.
Well, take your time.
All right. So thanks you all for joining me, and you guys have a great night.
You too.
All right, man. You too, man.
You guys too.
Later.
Take care.
Later.